Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Pisces for love, romance, and relationships, June 2019. We will do single, partnered, and then self-care, self-love, okay? All right, you can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you'd like a personal or private reading, all in the description. We're going to start out with our single Pisces, the Emperor. Ooh, okay. Let's see what that is in reference to, because that could mean all different kinds of things. Single Pisces. Wow. Got the victory. This feels to me like you're feeling all right, single Pisces. Like you're feeling like you've got yourself together and like you're confident, you're feeling good. You may have, I feel like you have been through something and you've kind of come back victorious. I think you might have come from something that was painful and you've even surprised yourself at how you've come back from it, because you've got the Emperor here, and like the Emperor's in charge of it all, right? Like he rules everything. He owns it all. He rules it all. Like he's it. There's nobody higher than him, right? And then you've got this Six of Wands, which is all about coming back from like battle with the laurel wreaths and the celebration, the parade, like, you know, you win. So whatever you had gone through before, you got through it and you're better for it now. Like you're in charge. Like this king, like you're in control of your life. Like you're really in control of your life and you know who you are. That's just a great feeling. The thing is, of course, you'll be, you know, with the king, like, right? Like people are always attracted to people that are confident and are feeling themselves in that kind of way. So it looks to me, you know, especially people, you know, that are victorious, and like this whole aura is like super confident and it's super attractive to other people. So there's a very good chance that you will find that in June, people just kind of, you know, come to you and you're like they're very magnetized to you. Let's get a little more information. Yeah. Okay, so you get the Emperor and the Queen of Swords. So not only are you feeling confident and like really in control of who you are and what you're doing, but you've got this Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords has been through something. She's been through a lot of really tough stuff, and that's what I'm saying here is like whatever you've been through, it didn't do you in, okay? Like you beat it, and that's how the Queen of Swords is. The one thing with her is that she can smell nonsense a mile away. So you will have a lot of people, I feel, if you put yourself out there in June, there will be a lot of people attracted to you, but you've got that Queen of Swords who knows exactly like who's gold digging, you know, and who just wants some fun and whatever. And I feel like you're looking for something serious. Like you're not trying to like just go out and sleep with people. Like I feel like you're looking for something serious. Like you're the kind of like, you've been through an awful lot of stuff. You've gotten yourself to a certain position, and you're looking for something real, something real. So that Queen of Swords, she's gonna help you sort that out, because you may have a lot of invitations. Is the word. I can't get these cards to go back in. Okay. So you've got the Hierophant. Nobody higher than the Emperor except for the Hierophant, right? Or he's about the same kind of. But the Hierophant's all about following the rules. Following the rules. So when the Queen of Swords says, this is a bad idea, this person, this is a no for you, they're lying, listen, follow the rules, okay? That's the Hierophant's all about the rules and following what you know and doing the right thing. And of course, the king, he would always do the right thing. So I think that's too saying, listen, if you know you're just going to be like using someone, don't do that either, because it's not the right thing to do. You're going to do the right things, but make sure you do the right thing for yourself also, okay? Just don't put yourself in like shady situations. That's all I'm saying. And you know exactly what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Okay. Don't go out and like slut it all up, you know, just because you can. Because I think you're going to be very attractive to people this month, okay? It's just what I'm thinking. Because it'll get you in trouble in the end anyway, so don't do that. All right, we're going to go to our married or partnered Pisces. The Tower. Whew, all right, what in the world was that? And the Star. Okay, so when you have a relationship that you've been in for any length of time, you know, a lot of times, like the Star is anything you can, you know, dream of, anything you want to be, do, and have, you can have it. Like, you know, this could be kind of a symbol of like relationships go through this kind of stuff. You know, you start out with all these ideals and all these things and all these dreams and plans, and then life shows up, right? Like, I don't feel like anything tragic has come in and like decimated your marriage or your relationship or whatever. I think it's more that like it started out with these ideals, and now like life has shown up, you know, and that just happens. And when you've been together a while, life just shows up and stuff goes wrong, and it doesn't look the way you thought it would look. It doesn't mean that it's wrong though. Like, that's something I still want to impress upon you. I don't have this feeling of like, this is it, it's over. It's just like, sometimes we have all these dreams and ideals, and then like life just comes in and just sort of makes a mess out of stuff. But that doesn't mean that it's over. The card that you have that goes with this Tower card is the Ace of Swords. And swords are always your intellect, your mind, using your brain. Like, don't get overly emotional about this particular message. This is a gift that the universe is giving you to say like, hey, let's analyze this. Let's look at this. If stuff has gone wrong, the one thing that you want to remember about the Tower, that's why I'm like, really pay attention here. One thing you want to remember about the Tower is usually when something has been torn down, whatever is rebuilt in its place is better. So just because you started out with all these dreams and then like life kind of jumped in and got in the way, and I'm telling you, like, everybody has got messages like this. Just because that happened, it doesn't mean it's the end. It's actually a gift sometimes to rebuild bigger, better, and stronger and more in the likeness of the stream that you had, okay? Let's get a little more information on that. Okay, so you have the Hanged Man, and that's all about looking at it from a different perspective. Just like I was saying, sometimes we see life kind of show up, things happen, you know, you're with somebody for a long time, and, you know, who knows, you have children, or you have parents that die. I mean, you have relatives that die, you have jobs being lost, you have moving, and, you know, relationship problems and money problems. All this stuff happens. It doesn't have to destroy you. You know, you can look at this as an opportunity, right? The Hangman is always an opportunity to look at things differently. And then you've got here, you know, you've got these two together are awesome because you have your intellect being sharp and realizing that you have a gift of being able to think about something in a different way. So while things may not have come out exactly the way you wanted them to come out, it doesn't mean that all is lost, okay? It doesn't mean that it can't be the way that you wanted it to be. So this is a point in time in June here to kind of reassess like where things have gone, what could have possibly gone differently, and now where things have, you know, been taken away or taken down, what you can put in their place. How can you begin to rebuild? How can you get to this? This is what you wanted, right? So how can you get there? It doesn't mean that you just have to give up, okay? And I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I think for our married Pisces, life sometimes just gets in the way. So you have a chance now to look at things a little bit differently. Take a moment and remember, oh, I remember what we wanted. And you know what? Figure out, how can we get back there? How can we get what we wanted? Let's go and do that, you know, work together and find a way to get what you wanted in the beginning and make a new plan. Look at it differently and make a new plan because like I said, life just gets in the way of stuff. It just does. And you know, all these plans we make, they don't always happen the way we think they will. All right, let us move on to our self-care, self-love for our Pisces. Two of Wands. This is all about just taking a moment to evaluate, realizing that you have every kind of anything available to you, and you're not just, I feel like the word pigeonholed, like you feel like you've been pigeonholed into this is what I do. This is my life. This is the way that it is. This is the way it's supposed to be. But he's holding a globe in his hands. Like he's got the whole world right there. So it's almost like the whole world's right in front of you and you don't see it. Like you're not seeing it. And I feel like you're feeling very alone. I don't know where that's coming from. And then you've got this Five of Wands, which is really weird. Like conflict and drama. So what I can say here is that if there is conflict, drama around you, it's time to take back yourself way away from that and really look at the fact that you do have everything available to you. And it's time to fill your life with something different. And the other thing that this Five of Wands can be is time-wasting behavior. And if you are engaged in some sort of time-wasting behavior, that is not self-love. Like 4 hours of video games, that is not self-love. that's just time wasting, you know, behavior. That's not giving you anything. I know you might enjoy stuff like that. It's just like walking around the mall for 10 hours and spending money on stuff you don't need. That's time wasting behavior. It's not fulfilling to you, or you know what I mean? You would get more out of it. You also have the High Priestess. That's your intuition, okay? So the thing is, you already know all of this stuff. In Pisces, especially when it comes to self-love, you really know what you need. I feel like you've been ignoring it. Like you've been ignoring what you really need. Yeah. And this Four of Swords is about taking a step back. Just like I said with this guy, taking a step back, like back away from this five, you know, this guy here is taking a step back away from this drama, this conflict, this time-wasting nonsense. He's just, whoa, taking a step back. And then, you know, you have this High Priestess card, and the High Priestess is all about your intuition. It's like, you know, you need to do this. And then the Four of Swords is about really taking that step back, taking another step away, and reevaluating. I just think like you're finding some way to either waste time, or you're not using your time productively, and it's impacting how you feel about yourself. Like you feel like, I'm wasting time and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So stop doing that, because sometimes self-love is not always like getting a manicure. Sometimes it's reevaluating and making some changes that is going to make your life a lot better. And that's what I'm seeing here, is it's time to step back from all of the extraneous activities you have going on and really find out what is fulfilling and beneficial to you and what is not. And getting rid of the stuff that is not beneficial to you. Like, bye, let's just get rid of it, okay? All right, I would like to thank you so much for watching. I appreciate, more than you know, all of your comments, likes, subscribes, and shares, because it helps me know what kind of information and content you would like to have brought to you. And it just helps me help you. So thank you again for watching, and I will talk to you very soon.